What's up, sports fans? It's your man D back. Speak Your Mind Sports Talk. All right, check it out, man. We're talking about Roger Goodell of the NFL. Man, he's so full of it. For the love of sports, let's talk about it. All right, guys, so we're going to dig right into this. Uh, Roger Goodell has come out now saying that, or encouraging teams to sign Colin Kaepernick. And I find this pretty uh, interesting because, his views and being vocal about his views on how he says black people, the black community. Where was all of this talk in 2016? What is this, a new revelation all of a sudden? Back in 2016, when Colin Kaepernick took that knee for the peaceful protest, Roger Goodell wasn't there. He had athletes, celebrities, and such in support of Colin Kaepernick, but Roger Goodell wasn't there. He was nowhere to be found. He didn't back him up. Colin Kaepernick was, in the middle of the league as far as talent level, as far as ranking. He was nowhere near the worst quarterback in the league. There were teams that actually needed quarterbacks at the caliber of play that Colin Kaepernick was playing at. He was able to run the ball. He had a decent arm. He wasn't the best throwing quarterback, but he had attributes on that field that many teams needed. And Roger Goodell was nowhere to be found. He wasn't around. Now all of a sudden he's super vocal, but there's something to this, guys. So Roger Goodell back in 2017 said that Colin Kaepernick, no, he isn't blackballed from the NFL. We've given Colin Kaepernick opportunities to do this and do that. No, he's not blackballed. And Adam Schefter comes out and he says, Goodell's not hurting for work. As Adam Schefter of ESPN reported, he linked a 5-year contract extension worth $200 million. So, Goodell wasn't hurting at the time. He wasn't worried about, certain stars being out of the league. I have no time to bother with these type of issues. And he was dismissive, extremely dismissive back then of Colin Kaepernick's situation. He was extremely dismissive of the many African-American players that's making this league money, that's reaching out to you, Roger Goodell, and saying, no, maybe we should revisit this situation. No, Roger Goodell was extremely dismissive of all of this. And lo and behold, an article comes out, Colin Kaepernick has been blackballed from the NFL. Wow. And the thing is this, guys. It's about money. It always comes down to the money. I'm not sitting here listening to Roger Goodell, we the NFL this, we the NFL that. Let's check this out. We, the NFL, condemn racism and systematic oppression of black people. We, the NFL, admit we were wrong for not listening to the NFL players earlier and encouraging all to speak out peacefully against protests. We, the NFL, believe Black Lives Matter. Roger Goodell, you are so full of it. It really makes no sense because this was the sentiment that we, the NFL, should have had back then. But you guys didn't have that sentiment back then because, like I said, the money was involved. And you guys had a lot of these rich millionaires, billionaires, owners offended that a man would peacefully protest. Now you encourage peaceful protest? Well, it's a reason that you encourage peaceful protests all of a sudden now, Roger Goodell. There's a reason. But let's take a look at some more of Roger Goodell's foolish statements, foolishness that he's trying to come out with now, because I'm going to break this down. So Goodell comes out in another interview and he says, if his efforts are not on the field, but continuing to work in this space, we welcome him to that table and to help us, guide us, help us make better decisions about the kinds of things that need to be done in the communities. We have invited him before, and we want to make sure that everybody's welcome to that table and trying to help us deal with some very complex, difficult issues that have been around for a long time. Well, you know what's been around for a long time, Roger Goodell? 3 years is a long time to blackball a man from a league. You know, prevent him from his job. This is how he fed his family. It's been a long time. 3 years is a long time for you to come out with this foolishness now, because he could have been invited back to that table then. But you was dismissive of that, Roger Goodell. Very dismissive of that. And the final nail in the coffin for me concerning Roger Goodell, I encourage teams to sign Colin Kaepernick. Wow. Once again, wow, Roger Goodell. Now you're encouraging teams to sign Colin Kaepernick. So now that we're finished going over all of Roger Goodell's fallacies, let me break this down right quick. See, the reason I say Roger Goodell is full of it, and this is all about money, and it has not a damn thing to do with Roger Goodell or these NFL owners being concerned with Black Lives Matter. It doesn't have a damn thing to do with Roger Goodell or these NFL owners being concerned with police brutality. Because as Roger Goodell said, this has been going on for a very long time, and none of you bastards spoke out about it. Period. At all. Had nothing to say. No encouragement, no words of anything. As a matter of fact, you were dismissive of it, and this is the problem. But like I said, it's about money, because you guys know what's going on in this country. We know about the picket signs, the riots, the looting, and all of that. Well, the NFL season is getting ready to be cranked back up here in August. See, Roger Goodell and all these billionaire owners, they don't want the picket signs and the looters and the rioters out in front of their stadiums. They don't want them disrupting their games, because they're already in a very volatile situation concerning the fans and the COVID-19 pandemic. So the last thing we need is anything to disrupt our money coming into this new season. We have to support Black people and Black Lives Matter fully now, because that's a problem in this country. We even have, every race in this country standing behind the Black Lives Matter movement. We have other billion-dollar corporations standing behind the Black Lives movement. And if we have any chance of having any success at this NFL season, we're going to have to get behind Black Lives movement and come out and retract all the bullshit that we've done concerning Colin Kaepernick. We're going to have to retract and put on a performance as if we really give a damn. We're going to have to retract everything we've done, apologize for the fallacies, and actually put on a performance and act like we really care. Because it's not like the NFL was just born 3 years ago. No, the NFL has been around for ages, Roger Goodell. So don't come with this nonsense now about how you feel about Black Lives Matter. That we, the NFL, because we, the NFL, is comprised of you, Roger Goodell, and a bunch of billionaire and multi-millionaires owners that never gave a damn about these issues. You didn't then, and you don't now. And everything that you're saying and coming out with, Roger Goodell, is simply for the success of this upcoming NFL season. So that bullshit nose wolf ticket you selling, Roger Goodell, speak your mind. Sports talk ain't buying. Y'all know how I always in this thing. For the love of sports, let's talk about it. Peace.